So I tell you what, y'all are so funny and opinionated and had some really great questions. When I shared our full bathroom remodel with you all a couple weeks ago, the questions you all asked and the comments that I got prompted me to do a full, complete upstairs remodel Q&A. I'd only shown you the bathroom or little peeks of here and there, and you all asked me so many things. I thought, okay, when the entire upstairs is finished, I'm going to take you up here and I'm going to show you room by room, explain to you what all is upstairs, because honestly, y'all are so confused. Maybe I confused you, I don't know, but I'm going to walk you around, show you the entire upstairs of our home, and explain the remodels and answer all of your questions. There are so many questions. I have literally 2 pages here. So first off, our home is about 30 years old. We have lived here about 25 years. This house was being built and a family bought it from the builder and lived here a couple years, sold it, they moved out of town, we bought it from them, so we were only the second people to live in this home. And so the upstairs is a little bit unique, and I'll show you why as we do the walk around. But currently we have 3 full bedrooms and 1 full bathroom upstairs. There's a linen closet in the hall and a full walk-in attic. So we have 2 daughters, so they had 2 bedrooms upstairs, and then we always had a spare bedroom. I used it as just kind of whatever, storage. I have my wrapping paper supplies in here. It's just, you know, it's been lots of things over the years. So currently today, since we're empty nesters, our daughters are grown, they've moved out of the house, one of the bedrooms is now my workout room. I have a treadmill in here, my weights, my yoga mat, and in the summertime, I'm going to go outside and walk, but I do still lift weights about 5 days a week, and I need a room to do that. We got the treadmill last fall because I just can't go outside. It is just so cold, and I love walking. I didn't think I was going to enjoy walking on a treadmill. I've never owned one, but I'll tell you, I absolutely love it. I watch a podcast on YouTube because it can be playing. I have something to watch, but yet I can look out the window. I can look around. I don't have to fully be staring at it like it's a TV show. It keeps me occupied. I get my exercise in my workout room. Now that we redecorated it and it's truly a workout room, there's no other junk in here. I love this room. So let me show you around and then I'll answer your questions. So this is the workout room. I have the super comfy chair. I wanted a chair so that if I needed to sit down and put my shoes on or take my shoes off, or if my husband's on the treadmill, which is right over here, I could come up here and talk to him. So we did get this Nordic track treadmill. It is fantastic. It has an incline, it has speeds, it does anything and everything, and I love it. I can see out the window when I'm walking. But this little chair, y'all, so inexpensive. It was on Amazon, and it is made of like the super soft chenille fabric. So it's a swivel chair, fully 360 swivel, and it is nothing but memory foam. The body of the chair has no wood in it. There are no springs, there's no wood. It is strictly memory foam, and it came vacuum sealed. So there is a wood structure on the bottom, but the rest of the chair is just memory foam covered in this really soft and luxurious chenille, and then the bottom is a metal swivel. So the instructions said when you open up the vacuum sealed bag, you had to give the chair 72 hours to fully decompress. And I got to be honest, I thought this was not going to work, but it totally worked. And it did take the full 72 hours. And now this chair is absolutely adorable. It is so soft and comfy. It was very inexpensive. And after the 72 hours, I did take my clothing steamer and come in here and steamed the chenille because there were some remaining wrinkles in the material and those just came right out. And now, such a cute chair. While I'm sitting here, I'll answer the rest of your questions about our workout room. So I wanted a buffet table, a cabinet, a console table, something that I could put my iPad on when I'm doing my workout, a place to keep books, and I'm gonna add some greenery and other things. But I didn't want just normal wood. Nothing felt right. I wanted this workout room to be light and airy and fun and have color, and I wanted it to be a place that I wanted to come into, a place that would kind of invite me in to do my workout. So when I saw this table on Amazon in this great green color, that was it. So all the decor in this room is based around this green cabinet. It was so easy to put together. It took us, my husband and I, maybe 30 minutes. The main pieces all come in one. You're really just screwing the legs on and putting the door on, and that is it. Love the little gold handles on the door, and an idea was born. So I needed a lamp. This lamp came from Kirkland's. I actually went in the store and it was just standing right there, and it was perfect. I don't think I can share a link for Kirkland's, but in the description box below the video, I will have links to everything, certainly things on Amazon, and if I can share a Kirkland's link, I'll do so. So this big mirror was actually mine. I had it in a closet, and I wanted something here where when I'm working out, I can see myself in the mirror, right? Because this is where I do my workouts. And this is a photo and a frame of my husband and I that's about 20 years old. We look like little kids. Oh my goodness. I love the saying. It was in a closet, and this is a room for both of us. So I just have it sitting right there for now, but I do plan to get some greenery and some other things to decorate this. And this is my new workout book, my menopause book, great for learning all the things about my health and my body now that I'm 54 and in menopause because I had a hysterectomy. So I'm leaving that up there as decor. A bunch of weights and my weight tower, my yoga mat, and this little picture was mine again. So I didn't buy recently any of the decor on the wall. This is all things that I had that I'm just reusing. So when I showed you all this room in progress, I got a lot of comments. You all said, don't do the gold mirror. You didn't like the gold mirror. It doesn't match. Everybody thought I should have a black mirror. Well, clearly I disagree. I thought the little gold knobs on the cabinet and the gold mirror just brought some life to the room. If I had a black mirror, it would just be meh. It would just be a black mirror, right? The gold was something I have. It was bright and light, and I think it just added a lot of class to the room. It added a vibe to the room instead of just a heavy black mirror on the wall. And I decided to put one lamp on the table versus two. If this had been a much skinnier, smaller lamp, I absolutely could have done one on each end, but because this lamp is so fat and thick and big, I thought one was just fine. That way I had plenty of room on the other end of the cabinet to put some flowers or greenery or something else that really makes me happy. So now that you've seen the workout room, this is just a closet right here, which is full of lots of things. I'll give you a peek inside. Don't judge me, y'all. This is a storage closet for wrapping paper, old decor items, everything. Pictures and things and paperwork, and it's overwhelming in there, but when I need something, there it is. So let's now head down the hall so you can get a full picture of what it looks like up here. So we're leaving the workout room and we're heading down the hall into the newly decorated and renovated bathroom. So here's a full look. The bathroom is 100% finished. So we did lots of things in here. We put in new bathroom lighting, this beautiful black round vanity mirror. This is the original vanity top and cabinet that was in the bathroom. We just had the cabinets painted. We put in new black hardware on the drawers and the doors. And I've got just a little bit of greenery sitting there. I still want something new, but I haven't found it yet. This is the original toilet, some artwork that I had, and we added a little towel bar there with a hand towel. The big change up here was the new floor. My husband put down this brand new. This is a vinyl tile plank floor, and it's a peel and stick. So you peel off the back, stick it down, and it is permanent. So you've got a full shower on this side with a shower curtain, nothing fancy. And this was a piece of decor that I had in that spare room I just showed you that I used in the bathroom. And in the entire upstairs, my husband replaced all of the wall switches and the electrical outlets. So when I showed you all this bathroom, the number one question that I got, gosh, probably well over 100 times, was how come we didn't change out the chrome faucet? Well, I'll tell you, I would love to change out the chrome faucet. I would love to have a black faucet, but doing the bathroom and everything that we did in here ourselves, except for the painting, we did hire a painter. My husband does not love plumbing. He doesn't want to touch the plumbing, and I honestly don't blame him. He can do it. He did the plumbing and changed out the fixtures when we got a whole new vanity and cabinet system in our downstairs guest bathroom, but he doesn't love it. So because I was asking him to redo so many things, I was willing to, for the moment, let the faucet be, and then down the road we will change the faucet. But for now, it's fine. I honestly didn't have an issue with the chrome faucet, but man, I'm telling you, you all did. But in the shower is the same chrome faucet, shower head, shower massage. He does not know how to change out all those things. We would have to hire a plumber, and that is not something I'm getting into right now. So somebody said, well, wait a minute, you don't have any towel bars. You used to have towel bars. Why did you take them down? What happens when you have a guest? Where are they going to hang their towel? Which is so funny to me. So we used to have a big long towel bar right here, and I kept 2 full-size bath towels there. Every time somebody stayed at our house, they thought those were hand towels. They would dry their hands on them or never use them. And there are hooks behind the bathroom door. That's where they would put their towel. So I was always in here trying to straighten those towels and make sure they looked perfect, and they were always askew. Drove me nuts. And since nobody ever used them, we had the bathroom painted, decided to take down that towel bar. You really just need the little ring for the hand towel, and then behind the bathroom door, we took down the old outdated hooks and put up a black hook that matched our towel bar that's now in the bathroom. So now the hand towel bar, the paper towel holder, the knobs on the cabinetry, and the hook behind the door all match. They're just a matte black, and we actually got them at Lowe's. So we did hire a painter to come in and paint the majority of the upstairs, not everything. They painted my workout room, this bathroom, which included the bathroom cabinet, and they also painted my dressing room, which we haven't got there yet. And somebody said to me, let me look at the notes, love everything new, just curious, what did you pay for the painting and the paint? That wasn't included in the $300 that you said you spent on your bathroom remodel, right? And that is absolutely correct. We spent $300 to buy the new light, the mirror, the knobs, the towel bars, the pulls, and that was about it for the bathroom. We did pay the painter a total of $820, I believe it was. It was $600 for their labor and $220 for the paint. That was it, and they were only here for about 6 hours. It was 3 of them. They came in, they knocked it out in about a half a day, and they were out of here. So the labor was minimal, and we prepped the walls. We took everything down. We filled all the nail holes. We had everything sanded. We weren't paying them to do any of that. They simply just came in and painted and left. That's why it was a really reasonable price. The only thing that I have not done in this bathroom is the bathroom rug. I found a rug on Amazon that I loved. I ordered it. The color wasn't great, so I returned it, and I have a new color coming. So I'll insert a picture of it here, and I'll put a link in the description box so you can see what that bathroom rug is. But previously we had 2 little rugs, one in front of the sink, one in front of the shower, and they're always moving around. I didn't like that look. So this rug is 5 by 2, so one big rug, one continuous color, and it has kind of like a grippy texture on the bottom. So when you put it down, it like sucks to the floor, and it is not moving. The one that came in, I really loved it, but it almost had like a reddish tone to the khaki color, which was not the right color for this room. So I'm going to go with a much lighter beige, and I think that'll be perfect. I debated on actually getting a black rug, but I thought that might show hair. I wasn't sure. So I went with the light beige. So let me give you a full look of the new bathroom. You can see me in the mirror there. Lighting, mirror, artwork, cabinetry. You can see the cabinet is a shade darker than the wall color on purpose. Same toilet, brand new floor. Ignore that rug. Shower, shower curtain, and decor on the wall. And then that leads us to the hallway. A lot of people wanted to know what color we have on the walls, and it's 2 different colors, and we use them throughout our house. So inside the bathroom, you can see this is a lighter color, and in the hall is a darker color. So the light color is called Revere Pewter. The darker color is called Briarwood. That darker color is what's on the cabinet in the bathroom, but the walls in the bathroom and all of the bedrooms are the light Revere Pewter. Just the hallway itself is the dark Briarwood. And anywhere in our house, any wall is always the eggshell texture. So coming out of the bathroom, you can see the wall color, and let's head down to the hall. Stopping to point out my favorite night light. It's a dawn to dusk night light, and it looks like glass. So you can adjust the brightness you want it here on the side. So when it's nighttime, I can look up here and see that this is on, and I have it set on a very faint light, but it just lights up upstairs, and I just love the ambiance it puts off. So heading down the hall. This was supposed to be a 5th bedroom, but it is actually an attic. The people who had this house built told the builder to not finish out what was supposed to be a 5th bedroom, and it is a full-on attic. Like, it is gigantic. Everything is in here. This is where we keep everything, basically. But I love that I can walk right in, and it has a full door. So that is the attic, and then this takes you into what I call my dressing room. So I have this dressing rack here that's gold with white shelving. I got that last year and absolutely love it. I can see all of my purses, the clothes that I have for an upcoming vacation or upcoming season or anything I'm working on for filming content for you all. It is right there. My clothing steamer is in the corner. This is a little outfit that I'm going to take to the beach, but my clothing steamer is a game changer, y'all. Love this so, so much. Then over here is just this cute little bench. It's actually really old. I want to replace that with something that's a little bit more streamlined. This is torn up. The corner is starting to come undone. I actually put this material back with the staple gun, and it's just not holding because this is so old. But when I find another one that I love, I'll replace that. Then I have my full length mirror. I just have it standing up here in the corner, so when I'm trying on things, this really comes in handy. And then my console cabinets. I just think these are so, so pretty. The wood is called Midnight. It has this dark and light texture to it with the rattan on the doors, the gold handles. This is actually one cabinet, but it comes in 2 separate pieces. They sit side by side. I found the artwork, I believe, at Home Goods last year, and the lamps are from Home Goods as well. Also the greenery, the little candle. I just love the scent. Honestly, never light it. It's just there, but you can smell it. That's from Quince. And then next to that, I have an oversized accent chair with a throw pillow and a throw blanket and a mirror that was in this room because this used to be my daughter's bedroom, and she died to have this mirror back in the day. This is from Pier 1 Imports. Y'all remember them? But look at this gold texture and this kind of resin filled. I love this mirror too, and so I decided to keep it. right there on the wall. So when I was doing the remodeling up here and I showed you all that we took this mirror down before the painters came, and I said that my husband threatened me with my life if I didn't put the mirror right back there because he has anchors in the wall that there was no way he was taken down. Somebody left me a comment and said, I get it when it comes to anchors in the wall, LOL. And he threatened me with my life. He said, I think every man I know cringes when his spouse wants to rearrange the wall hangings, especially the big ones that require anchors. OMG. Yeah, this was no joke. When this was my daughter's bedroom and she wanted the mirror on the wall right there, my husband about killed her because she used to have a really tall dresser right here underneath this mirror, and she would stand here. This is where all the natural light comes in, and put on her makeup. So she wanted that mirror. Well, when she moved out, the mirror was up there forever. And I like the mirror. I don't want to get rid of the mirror. So when the painters were coming, he made me promise him that if I decided to leave those anchors, that mirror was going back up there. And really, there was nowhere else I wanted the mirror. I like the mirror, so I keep it right there. And it really kind of opens up the room because the light from the window comes in and hits the mirror, and it's a reflection of the lamps, and it makes the bedroom feel a lot bigger than it actually really is. Also, in that painting video, I showed you a couple other things that I got lots of questions about. And the first one is the wall plate. So we had to go around in all these rooms and take off all the face plates for the light switches and the electrical outlets. And my husband, when the painters were finished, swapped out and upgraded all of the switches, because when the house was built, the builder put in almond colored switches and outlets. And I just think that's a really kind of dingy, outdated look. I wanted bright white. And so my husband went through and just the other day finally finished the entire upstairs. He changed all those out to white. And so I showed you that I have a face plate for an outlet that actually has a power strip attached to it. So behind this console table, these two lamps and my MacBook and my iPad are all plugged into that one kind of flat plate power strip. So that is the only thing you see plugged into the wall. So somebody commented and said, you know, you don't have to take those face plates out. There is a cover that you can just put right on them that covers them up. Yes, I did know that, because when we were deciding to change out all of the switches and faceplates, we went to Lowe's and studied everything. And the faceplate that this person's comment is referring to is flat. It's like super modern. You can't see the outlet plugs itself or the switches themselves. It's just like a generic that you stick on there, and I didn't like the look of that. So I wanted my husband to take the time and do it right and swap everything out versus just kind of covering it up. Another comment was about the light bulbs that we used, and I did a lot of talking about kelvins in light bulbs. In that video, which I will link in the description box because I don't want to get into all that information right here, the kelvins in your light bulb, the temperature of your light bulb, the kind of light that it puts off, the color of the light is so important. And I know people don't pay attention to kelvins whatsoever, and honestly, I didn't either until a couple years ago. But we bought light bulbs that are in these lamps. Every lamp upstairs, there is a switch on the side of the bulb, so you can adjust the kelvins from 2700 to 6000, I believe it was. So instead of buying light bulbs, you didn't like the kelvins, having to return them, or whatever the case is, you buy these light bulbs and you can change the kelvins to your liking. You might like them on one setting in one room and something different in another room. That's why these light bulbs are so great. I like 4000 Kelvin. It is a true white, bright and happy light. Anything lower than that just feels kind of yellow and dingy and heavy on me. Anything brighter than 4000 almost takes on like a greenish hue, like a fluorescent, I'm in a hospital in a workroom sort of vibe. Don't like that. So my happy place is 4000 kelvins, and I love these light bulbs. It just made everything so much easier up here. The comment that I got about that was, I can't believe what a difference the different Kelvins make in the bulbs. I'm getting them right now. And I think everybody should have light bulbs where you can control the Kelvins. I truly do. Somebody said, oh my gosh, how many bedrooms do you have, with a big long string of question marks? Well, there's 3 bedrooms upstairs and the master bedroom downstairs. So a total of 4. But like I said, when the house was built, it was supposed to be 5 bedrooms, and one of them is actually now an attic. Then someone wanted to know where my daughter sleeps when she comes to visit from Milwaukee. I don't normally show you that room because it's a bedroom, right? But I recently got some new bedding. It is all cleaned up and looking great because they were just here for the holidays. So I'll show you exactly where they stay. Before we go, here's a quick spin around what I call my dressing room, so you get the full 360. Hello! And it's hard to get everything in the frame, but this is what it looks like. And then we're going to head back down the hall. Bathroom over here to the left. Stairs that take you down. This is a linen closet in the hall. This is my workout room. And then this is the spare bedroom. And this is actually the biggest room upstairs. So there's a queen size bed in here with this beautiful bedding. I got this just this year because the bedding upstairs had been kind of worn in. This all came from Home Goods. So it was a comforter set, these cute little stripe sheets, this throw blanket on the end, and all of the throw pillows. Everything came from Home Goods. The bed itself came from a local furniture store here, and it has that upholstered headboard. This is furniture that was in this room forever and ever. When it was my daughter's room, we didn't change that out. Then over here in the corner is a big armoire, and I know you all are wondering, what the heck is that? So this is actually a studio light, because you can see I'm in the back of the house now, and look how dark I am. So if it's a rainy day and I have nowhere to film and I need light, I just got the studio light. I've only used it a couple times, but this is a true, like, legit professional studio light, and it is incredibly powerful. And I turn that on and I have enough light to film anywhere in a room, anywhere in my house. Like, it is amazing. So I use this, like I said, if the lighting is bad, if it's dark outside, if it's raining and gloomy, I'm going to have on that studio light. A big armoire here that, hello, you really can't see because the studio light is in the way. And then we have a desk and chair in this bedroom, along with the remaining little bits of all of my husband's work stuff. He just hasn't cleaned up here yet. So this huge room is where my daughter or guests stay if they come to visit. They have everything they need. They actually have the full run of the upstairs. So when my daughter and son-in-law are here, they bring their 2 cats. We put a little gate at the top of the stairs to keep the dogs away from the cats, and they have the full 3 bedrooms, bathroom, hallway, everything they need. So they really have a large amount of space up here, and when they're not here and I come up here to do my thing, I have all the space I need too. Because honestly, it didn't make any sense to have all these rooms up here that just sat here unused when I could use them, when I needed them. I needed a space to work out. I needed a space to film and keep my things. This space I keep for my daughter and guests, so it all worked out. So we decided, because a lot of this hadn't been touched in a lot of years since my daughter's moved out, really, and probably even before that, that we would spend a little money, take some time, make the upstairs nice and new, and somewhere that I enjoyed being, somewhere that was inviting to me when I wanted to come upstairs, and inviting to my daughters when they were here as well. And to that note, someone left a comment that said, I love that you're honest about it taking you all 20 years to remodel your home. It gives people watching hope that they can get their homes done too without thinking it all happens in the first couple of years. That is so true. We have lived here almost 25 years, and just over the years, we've done little bits at a time. We didn't spend huge chunks of money. Yes, we've done some major renovations. We redid our living room a couple years ago. We had stairs rebuilt that go out to our pool last summer. We, let's see, what did we do? We redid the shower in our master bedroom a couple years ago, but it's just little pieces along the way. You do the best that you can, and I kind of think about it like this. If I came in and just redid my entire home all at once, well, I'm going to get tired of it, and it is going to get used and wear out at the same time. So there's going to come a point in time when I go, I just don't like this anymore. And I'm either going to want to move or redo everything all at once again. But when you do things in little bits, you always have something new and refreshed and exciting. Something might be older, but the something next to it is new. So that's kind of my philosophy. That's how I like to do it. So honestly, at this point, there's really nothing in our house for now that needs to be updated or retouched other than the carpet. We have carpet upstairs. This is the carpet that the original builder put here 30 years ago. There are some places, especially when you come up the stairs, there's like a big wrinkle in the carpet. It was here when we bought this house 25 years ago, and I hate it, and I would love to get new carpet up here, but we have 3 dogs. My daughters come and they visit with cats. There is no point in spending all that money and going through, oh my gosh, what would be, I feel like, a really big hassle to get new carpet upstairs. I clean it with the steam cleaner. It's not that it's dirty. It just has some wrinkles. Yes, there's a couple spots. My daughter's dropped makeup or spilt things over the years. It just is what it is. To me, it's fine. I'll live with it until the day comes I can't live with it anymore, and then we'll get new carpet. But otherwise, I'm happy with my house the way it is. I'll change out decor pieces and greenery and like art on the walls and flowers as the seasons change. But really, that's all I need to do. That's all it takes to make me happy and comfortable and love my home. So I hope I answered all of your questions. Like I said in the beginning of this video, you all are so funny. Like the things you notice are things that I never even thought to bring up. Things I thought you would never notice. Things that I didn't even pay attention to, and you all certainly did. Like that faucet comment in the bathroom, you all blew me up about the faucet, and I honestly didn't even give it a second thought when we were redoing the bathroom. But that's why I love you all. You keep me on my toes. See you in the next one.